is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Gemini, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, going to do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. All right, Gemini, just wanted to wish everybody, I hope everybody had a happy Mother's Day, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to put these after Mother's Day. So I hope you guys had a good one. All the mothers and the daddies too. All right. So let's do this to see what's going on with your reading. Two cards for Gemini for their highest good. This is for Gemini. One more card. Wow. Okay. So, surrendering to the journey. Release control. Yes. Yes. Stop worrying, stop, trying to control things to come in. Just let everything just fall into place. Let everything go. Give it to our Lord. Give it to whoever you trust to. Give it to your spirit guides, because just need to let it come in, okay? Because sometimes we can't control what happens. We just got to let everything fall into place. There's a reason for it also, I feel. You have rainbow blessings also. So blessings are showering your life. So believe it or not, blessings are here. Everything is a blessing, that we receive, that even if it's big or small, they're all blessings. So, Gemini, take what resonates with you, Gemini, and leave the rest. This is going to be for Gemini. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Okay, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for being here. This is for Gemini for their highest good. One for the current. One for the current for Gemini. One for the situation. One for the past. One for the what's hidden. Wow. One for the hopes and fears. One for what you need to do now. Let me see if I can lower that light. Hold on. Not really too much, but it's good enough. Okay. One for what you need to do now. What you need to work on. And the outcome. All right. So, right off as I was doing your reading, I can already see a lot here. There's a lot of things going on in your life. All right, so let's see. You start off with the Queen of Swords. Whether you're male or female, the Queen of Swords is representing you. You're very strong-willed. You know how to handle things. I feel like you were very truthful, or you are very truthful. You're very to the point. They want you to stand up for yourself, to, defend yourself and whenever you have to. You have the Five of Pentacles in the situation. The Five of Pentacles says that you've been very hurt. You've been hurt. You've been hurt. You feel like you're lacking. You feel alone. You feel isolated. But you've been hurt. I feel like also too that you could feel like you don't have enough money and you're looking for some kind of resources. For the Page of Swords in with the situation, I feel with the Page of Swords that I feel like with the Page of Swords that you really need to this is a new journey, so you just need to really stand strong in everything, because I do feel like you're gonna have a lot of new ideas, but I also feel like you're seeing the truth in something and you needed to speak your truth also. So there is a truth here that you needed to let out, or it's happened, or it's going to happen very soon. Have patience for everything, you guys. Communicate better. Watch your words. Watch what you're doing, okay? Then you have the Ten of Swords up here. The Ten of Swords is talking in what's hidden. There's definitely something that has come to an end, whether it was a relationship, whether it's an obstacle, a situation, Something's coming to an end. So when you get the 10 of swords, it automatically goes, it's going to go into a 1. So it's going to start with some new beginning, because I also see the page of cups here. I mean, the ace of cups. And when the ace of cups is here, that means that there's a new path here. Okay. So you also have the page of wands down here. So there's a lot of change coming through also. So wow, definitely a lot. Let me see what's going on, you guys. Hold on. Okay. So with the page of wands here, I feel like you're going in a new direction. I feel like things are going to change for you. I feel like you need to believe in yourself and be open to things. There's a lot of opportunities coming towards you. I feel like you're taking a risk and being bold about things, like you're just going to take a chance. And I truly do believe that you're doing it. You have the Ace of Cups here, Gemini, and the Ace of Cups is talking about that there is a new beginning here. You're going to have a lot of creative ideas. There could be a new person coming into your life. It doesn't have to necessarily be a love interest. It could also be somebody who's going to help you. I do feel with the Five of Pentacles here, and what you need to work on is this regret, is this being disappointed, and this being, like so feeling down, so depressed, that there are opportunities here, but you're not going to be able to see them because you're too much in this. And then you have this with the Five of Pentacles. It's like you're not even looking up. You're not even trying to see, everything, so we'll see. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles. You're reviewing everything. You're trying to figure out what your next step is. Your finances. You're looking at that. You're looking at how you can do things. But you're definitely thinking about a lot here. All right, so let us clarify the cards and see what's going on for you, Gemini. All right. Queen of Swords. Why is Queen of Swords here for Gemini? One more card. Wow. Wow. Okay. So, like I said, you're the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, she stands up for herself. She's putting her foot down. She's going to have clarity. She's going to understand why everything went the way it's going. I do see, like, for some of you guys, that you could be moving residence. I also feel like you're moving forward. There is some kind of success here. Okay, so just believe that. With the Nine of Pentacles here, I feel like you're very independent, that you want things on your own. You really do. You don't want to be, holding on to somebody and letting them take the load. You want to do that. You're the one that wants to do it because you're very independent. I feel like you also need to trust yourself in the decisions that you're making. I feel like you also need to start working on yourself, like really, give yourself a break. Okay, like you're thinking very negative about yourself at times, and you need to really stop that. You need to see that you've done a lot in your life. You're very independent. You can continue to do things. Okay, and so it's like they're just saying you are going to be moving forward. You're definitely moving forward, and like I said, there's moving here, and also I feel like there's traveling. You're going to be traveling also. I feel with the Five of Pentacles. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? One more card. Wow. So you do have the Queen of Swords again. You're really thinking about things. You're standing up for yourself. You're speaking your truth, and you're seeing the truth in things also. You could be seeing the truth in somebody around you. Also looking at things differently. But with the Five of Pentacles that you started with, the Five of Pentacles is saying that, you're feeling very depressed. You're feeling, hurt. You're feeling like down. Wow. Okay. So really, maybe it's because you did see the truth. Maybe it was time for you to see the truth, Gemini. But the Tower is definitely coming in to change things for you. There's going to be a lot of change coming in. So just know that. Because when we see the truth, or we're thinking like that, it's going to change. Things are changing. So be ready for it. I also feel like this had to happen. Like, this is the way it's supposed to be, because you've been asking for different things. Maybe you're trying to get get to go on a different path. Maybe you were asking for all this, like you wanted things to come into light. You wanted, in order for them to get better, things are going to change. Okay, so just know that. With the Page of Swords, like I said, you're very right now you're speaking your truth and you're standing strong, because when the Page of Swords shows up, he's very strong-willed. You're speaking your truth. They're asking you to see the truth and have patience in everything, no matter what. You are going to be moving forward. There is going to be a lot of ideas. You can even be starting a new project, but you really need to think before you start speaking. Okay, really think about the things that you're doing. Like, as far as don't go and start doing things. Like, oh, because you want to get a rise on somebody. I don't know why that's coming in very strong. That it's like you continue to it's like, even though that this person, this is coming in very strong. I don't know who this message is for, but just take it as it is. If it resonates with you, you know what I'm talking about. It's like as if you, Gemini, are trying to keep poking at a particular person until you get a rise out of them. And once you get that rise, you're like, well, I didn't do anything, that kind of thing. They want you to stop doing that. They want you to stop. They want you to look at things differently. They want you to see that that's not the way that things are supposed to be done. Okay, so really look at that. Have patience also, you guys. Really have patience and really see the truth in everything. Okay. I don't know who that message was for, but it's there. Then you have the 10 of Swords. And why is the 10 of Swords here? One more card. Wow. Oh my goodness. All right. That just came out, popped out like, boo. Okay. So you did get the 10 of Swords, and what's hidden. They're asking you they're saying that an ending will bring a new beginning. So definitely something in your life has come to an end, relationship. Could have been a relationship or career. It could have been something, anything that's in your life right now is coming to an end. You've been going through a lot. You've been reminiscing about the past, being nostalgic, thinking about your children, thinking about people that have passed. You're going through a lot. You're at a crossroads right now because you have the 2 of Swords, trying to make decisions, trying to see things, in a different way. It could have also been a relationship with your family, something in your family. That's been coming up a lot, you guys, a lot in everybody's reading. So just be ready for that. But you are at a crossroads and you're trying to decide, okay, am I going to go this way or am I going to go that way? And they're telling you to really look at things, to really rest yourself before you make any decisions. Really think clearly before you go and start talking or, making decisions. Okay, really get that rest. Wow. Then you have the Page of Wands. And why is the Page of Wands here for the hopes and fears? Okay. Wow. All right, so you have the Page of Wands here, and all you want to do is be happy. You just want to be content. You want to be happy. You want everything to fall into place for you, and it's going to, but you just need that patience, okay? Because we have to go through all this turbulence before we get to that good path, that smooth path. But the Page of Wands is here. You're ready for that new change. You're ready for it to come in. They're saying, you're going to be very excited, but be bold and courageous also, to like do what you need to do. Take a step out of that box, be bold, be courageous, find your confidence to do it. If you want that change, start the process. You are definitely trying to figure things out, trying to figure out how am I going to get more money. You're trying to figure out how am I going to do this? You're in that state of mind right now where you're reviewing everything, where you're seeing things in a different way. And you're trying to change. You want the change, but you don't know if you really do want it. To me, I feel like you do, but you also want to be content and be happy also. But you will be. I'm telling you right now, you will be. This is this is the turbulence that we're all going through right now. Change is here, though, Gemini. Change is here. Um, you're gonna be very excited. You know, maybe you're feeling your passion back, and you're gonna get a lot of ideas. I feel like you really need to not do things on an impulse. Like really think things through. Really rest. Take the time to really see all decisions. Okay. Also, with the Nine of Cups, I feel that you're very content. I feel like you want to be very content. I feel like you need to step back and see everything that you've accomplished. I feel like, you feel like you haven't done anything, and you have. And you really need to just like really step back. You know, we go through things that make us think, and that's what you're doing right now. And I feel like there is something trying to come into you, but it's like you need to shift your mindset to being positive, because you do have the Five of Cups here and the Five of Pentacles, and that means a lot, because you're still stuck you're still thinking about the past. You're like stuck, like you're just like in a pause right now. You have the Ace of Cups, and why is the Ace of Cups here? Five of Cups, one more card. So you now have 555. You have the Five of Cups again, the Five of Cups, and then you have the Five of Pentacles. So definitely there is a lot of change that's going to come in, because you not only that, but you have the Tower. So you do have the Ace of Cups. A new beginning is trying to come in. But when you have this Five of Cups, you're going to stay stuck. You're not seeing the opportunities. You're feeling depressed. You're feeling down about everything that's happened, about the truth that's been spoken, about the things that you've seen and done and felt, and right now you're just have a lot of regret about everything. Wow. There is a lot of creative ideas. You are going to have a lot of ideas. There is a new person coming into your life. It doesn't have to be a love interest, like I said, but there is somebody new coming in. New opportunities also are coming in a new beginning. You have the King of Pentacles, and they want you to really think about ideas and how to make, how to establish yourself, how to create that strong foundation. You have the ideas, what you want, but you're not putting them out there, is what they're saying. You have the Five of Cups, and what you need to work on. Why is the Five of Cups here? One more card. Yes. Okay. So you're definitely in this Five of Cups, feeling low, feeling depressed, feeling regretful, thinking about everything that you've done. So focused on these cups that are spilled over, but you're not focusing on the opportunities that are around you, the good things. Because every time we go through something, whether we see it or not, there is always a good side to things, okay? Things have to happen in order for us to get to something better. So just remember that, okay? Try to get out of that Five of Cups mode. You do have the Four of Pentacles, and they're telling you, let it go. Let go of the past. Let go of all this that's going on. Try to let it go, Try your hardest to let it go. They're asking you to save money. Start saving your money. If you haven't, start saving it. Do it a different way. They're telling you that have patience for everything. There is traveling here. There is moving forward also. And then you have the Ten of Cups. All you want to do is be happy. You just want to move towards this happiness with the family, with your friends and family, but in order for you to get here, you need to change things, okay? Because you will get here. You will. Things are going to get better. You are going to move forward. But you need to shift your mindset, okay? Really think happy. Really think good thoughts. Really think that things happen for a reason, and that you trust God, and that everything's going to work out at the end. But you still need to think positive. Right here, I feel like you're like in a pause. Like you're not thinking bad, but you're not thinking good either. You need to find your confidence and your strength. You have the Seven of Pentacles here. And why is the Seven of Pentacles here? One more card. Yeah, definitely. You have the Seven of Pentacles. So you also have the 777 here. So which is nice, because when you have 777, that's a good number. That's prosperous. That's, abundance, coming in. But like I said, you do have the Seven of Pentacles, and you're looking at things, you're reviewing things all over again. You're looking at everything. looking at how much money you're thinking about what your next step is, um, you're looking at everything, like this man, he's looking at everything. He's reviewing everything. He's thinking, how can I do this with this amount of money? How can I make more money? How can I bring it in, to do what I need to do? There is success here, though, Gemini. There is, you're just very impatient and you need to make these decisions. You're going to be making a decision very soon. They want you to really rest, to really clear your mind before you do any decisions. Really take it, but really make it very, be objective about it. Follow your heart and what you want to do. But don't daydream. Don't be realistic about it. Okay. Be realistic about the choices and the decisions you're about to make because you need to. And then you have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands says that, you're putting all the effort in there, but you also need to look at everything. You're successful. You've done a lot. You've accomplished everything. You've accomplished what you set out to do. You're always recognized for all the hard work that you do, and the achievements and the efforts that you do. You're always recognized for that. There is success here, but you still need to make that decision. You're still contemplating on what you're going to do next. You still need to rest. Change is here, and it's going to come in. So be ready. And it's going to start coming in fast too, because I feel like it's going to start moving fast for you. So just know that. All right, Gemini. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let everything just fall into place. Stop controlling it. Stop worrying about it. Try your best not to worry about it, but stop trying to control it, all right, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. God bless.